In defense of the headphone jack, or a fool and his money are soon parted. Here's the deal. I'm going to say this straight out so everyone can understand where I'm coming from. Wireless headphones are, in every important way, inferior to wired headphones. Simple as that. If you don't like it or you don't believe me, you're wrong. Now, I've probably triggered a lot of you already. A lot of you are probably thinking or screaming at the screen that you're sick and tired of hearing about the headphone jack. And why won't this old man shut up and take his Geritol? Except you're probably like a millennial or something and you have no idea what Geritol is. So, just from that fact alone, I've already proved I know more than you. So clam up and listen. First, let me tell you what wireless headphones are good for. Okay, I'll give you some. Listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, listening to phone calls and making phone calls, and listening to highly degraded music on a device that's probably good enough to listen to if you're on a bus or walking through a construction zone or observing missile tests. But nowhere else. You don't believe me? Fine, fine. But here's the truth. Bluetooth doesn't have the bandwidth necessary to deliver high-quality audio. It's like taking an ocean and trying to suck it through a straw. You'll get something on the other end, but it won't in any way resemble the full-on ocean. It will be something that contains some of the qualities of the ocean, but a lot of stuff's being left out. It's a pale comparison, as they say. Bluetooth, even Bluetooth 5, can't crunch down the audio inside of the device and deliver it exactly as it existed before it went into that aforementioned straw. Wired headphones don't need a straw. There's a point-to-point connection formed, converting the digital file to electrical signals that are reconstituted in the drivers and then come out as sounds in your ears. It's end-to-end. So wired headphones sound better. This is not a debate. It is a fact. Can wireless headphones sound good? Yes. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with wireless headphones and them sounding good. You have to spend a lot of money to get anything comparable to the audio quality of even cheap wired headphones. Let's say something like $350 to $400 at least to get anything that sounds halfway decent. And that will get you the sound quality of something like a $75 or $100 wired headphone. There are $9 earbuds available that sound worlds better than, say, the AirPods, or especially the Galaxy Buds, or any of those AirPod knockoffs that are going around. And and those things cost like $150, right? I'll link a bunch of killer, reasonably priced headphones in the description below. Oh, wait. Why bother? Your devices don't have headphone jacks. Oh, well. I'll list them down there anyway. There are tons more issues that Bluetooth headphones have that wired headphones don't, like dead batteries versus no batteries, unreliability, especially when trying to connect to your device just to start listening so you can walk to your car after work. Bluetooth headphones are clumsy. They don't entirely work as well as they should all the time, and definitely not as well as like putting the headphones on your head, taking the cord, and plugging it into your gosh darn device. Now, Apple has done better with the AirPods and the W1 chip and the H1 chip and all that kind of stuff that's in a lot of the wireless headphones that they make, and they are at least more convenient and somewhat reliable compared to other Bluetooth headphones. But for the most part, connecting wireless headphones is a pain in the ass. If you don't believe me, or you think it's not that bad, why does this guy complain so much? Well, go back to using wired headphones for a week, and then switch back to the wireless headphones and see if you don't want to rip your eyes out of their sockets in frustration. Oh, wait. You can't. Your device doesn't have a headphone jack. So I could hear you. If wireless headphones are so inferior, why are all these companies making them and selling them, and why are people buying them? For one thing, as much as companies say they care about the user experience, they don't. They're companies. Their job is to make money, and in the process, dupe consumers into believing they're getting something special for their dollars. The future, as everybody likes to say to me. But when you're talking about the average wireless headphone, you are not getting the future. You're getting another F word. So where did this whole boondoggle start? I'll give you an exact date. August 1st, 2014. That's the day that Apple bought Beats for $3 billion. $3 billion. Now, Apple got a few things they needed out of that deal. One, they got Beats Music that they turned into Apple Music, so that's good. They also got the most popular headphone brand in the world. This was important for two reasons. One, they could make a boatload of money selling Beats, but they also, two, got the infrastructure they needed to start designing their own headphones so that maybe they could sell a boatload of them down the line. There was one problem. In order to, make all this happen, to recoup those $3 billion, they needed to find a way to get people buying headphones en masse. Again, everybody needed to get new headphones, and they needed to get them from Apple. And that's when they mustered up the courage to remove the headphone jack from the iPhone 7. With the headphone jack gone and the biggest headphone company in their back pocket, they could start developing their new product line, which would result in the AirPods. AirPods are the best-selling true wireless earbuds on the planet, with a market share somewhere around 60%. That's AirPods 60%, everybody else 40%. That's a pretty cool trick, right? And of course, over the next few years, every other phone manufacturer has done the same thing. They've yanked their headphone jack, and then they made their own crappy wireless headphones, and then they tried to sell them to you, and, all of them suck. All of those things suck. All of them make the AirPods sound like $800 Sennheiser headphones, but that's a low bar to clear when you're talking about those other wireless headphones. A lot of you are saying now, but wireless is convenient and I don't really care about the sound quality. As for convenience versus sound quality, what you're basically saying is that you don't care that you're paying multiple times more for a product that is inferior to its alternative when performing its primary function, and you're okay with that. You're okay with paying more for something that is inferior. You're saying that you're fine denying yourself a premium audio experience because a bunch of companies had the courage to falsely create a market and convinced you that wireless was the future. And it very well may be. All of you out there saying, well, wireless is better. Wireless is better. No. Yeah. I'm sure. You think that wireless is better because future? It's not. And everyone who tells me to stop whining about the headphone jack is just another sheep willing to bend over and buy what the companies are selling and pat themselves on the back afterwards for embracing the future. With a consumer base that delusional, that malleable, willing to be led by the nose away from quality to something that's more expensive with subpar quality when compared to the other thing, if you're buying what they're selling and believing the hype, a fool and his money are soon parted, and apparently the smartphone buying public at large are as foolish as they come. Again, if you want to hear what good audio sounds like for a lower price than any Bluetooth headphone that you're going to buy, then check out the headphones that I have listed down below in the description. If you want to continue the delusion, more power to you. Enjoy those wireless headphones.